Okay, cool. She's coming. Then I'll bring my mic over so you can hear me properly. There we go. Oh, there you are, Janine.
Hello.
I was really worried because it just kept on saying connecting, connecting for ages. And like, what is she doing? Is she okay? Can she get on and not get on?
Oh, sorry, I finally got on, but I'll have to change my account at some point because this is just not viable on this old computer.
Oh, really? You're not got it on your phone or anything? You have to use it on a really old computer.
No,
Get pen and paper just in
yeah,
case.
I've got like a tablet, but for some reason it doesn't want to let me sign in on my tablet or
Oh, right.
even if I try and set up a new account, it says you can't set up a new account in this region, even with the VPN on.
Oh,
So
really?
I'll try out during the week. Yeah,
I thought Zoom was okay in China now. You could use Zoom.
I also thought so, but I've
Oh,
got my VPN on now, and it's the only it's working. So
right.
yeah, it wouldn't.
Okay.
I tried with my Chinese email address, the like a work email address that ends in .cn, and it wouldn't allow me to set up an account at all.
We could, if people wanted to, use something else. There is 10-cent meetings as well that you can actually use in China. We could be using that for the courses as well, um, which may make things easier. You know, using the
No,
Chinese
it's all
one.
right.
Yeah.
I'll figure out a way. I need to set up a new email anyway, so I'm sure once I
Okay.
figure that out, it will
Sammy,
be okay.
have you got to use the VPN?
Now I turn on the VPN, but sometimes without VPN works. Sometimes without VPN doesn't work. So
Ah, okay.
not sure
Yeah.
the difference. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anyway, thank you. Right, thank you for coming. Like I said, this is just really to just tell you what the course is about. That's
Mm.
all that it is, okay? To give you a bit of an insight, it is the most in-depth course I'm probably going to do, but yet it's still only a beginner's course, okay? That's all that it
Yeah.
is. It's purely a beginner's course. It's why it's called an awareness. If anybody goes to a spiritualist church or God center, they'll do something called an awareness course, okay? Um, I've just recently gone to a spiritual church because I'm doing the platform work, and they said, "Look, Nigel, you've got to go on an awareness course. You've got to go and do it. Otherwise, you're not allowed to do it. You have to complete it." So, okay, I'll go and complete it. And I did it with about 5 or 6 other people, and the course was awful. It was the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And I found it, you know, because I've already done it, and all the other ones look to me and they're looking, why can you do it? Because I've already self-learned, I self-taught. I come here, I've got to do this so I can go on the platform. It's their rules, and they learnt nothing. And
Mm.
some of them, oh, I'm going to take the course again because I didn't do it right. So I said, no, I'm going to be honest with you, the course is useless. And I thought, I want to set up a really, really good one. So I'm going to do it, the ones with, you know, people probably based in China because it's going to be Chinese time, but anybody else can come to it. Where I'm going to do a really, really good one. I think awareness class should be. Okay. Awareness class is all about,
Mm.
how can I put it this way? I'm not going to teach you mediumship. I'm going to teach you the ability, which really is kind of mediumship, but the ability to start connecting to the spirit world. Okay, this is the very basic level. It's not, like I said, it won't be advanced, but it's going to introduce you to it. Some of the how you personally connect to the spirit world, how to connect to the spirit world, what is the spirit world, how you work with the spirit world, and how the spirit world works with you. Okay. But fundamentally, it is about blending to the spirit world, getting used to them, being there. Okay. It's part of your everyday
Mm.
life and building. There is this word of opening up to spirit world. I don't know if it's a case of opening up. I think sometimes it's more of a right now. I'm more aware of the spirit world. I'm more aware that there's a spirit communicator here wanting to talk to me, wanting to communicate with me, and how can I, you know, do that? So that's what the awareness course is. Okay, I cannot make you a medium. Nobody can. Okay? It's something that's in you. And any awareness course is about developing something that you have, about developing the potential of mediumship. Okay? Yeah, this isn't the course. I'm going to come right at the end of it. I'm going to be a medium. You're not. It takes a long, long time. This is just the beginning process to start that ball rolling. That's what an awareness course is. Okay, so really, this is about using the potential that you've already got. I'm sorry, I got a little lamp just on here, and the lamp is just starting to sway like that, and I'm not quite sure why. That was a bit different. Okay. And it just, why is it doing that? And now I lost my train of thought completely. So yeah, it is about getting what you've already got, the potential that's inside of you. Just like anybody who wants to, want to learn to play the piano. Some people could be naturally very good, and off they go. They get the training, and off they go. And some people may struggle with it. Okay. It is up to you. Okay. But all I'm going to do is show you what we might be doing, or roundabout what we're doing in the course, and is it suitable for you? Because it may not be suitable for you right now. It may be suitable for you for later. Okay. Yeah. This is, well, actually, we'll have a little look at it. We'll kind of have a little look. Just I got don't with the PPTs are very, very small. There's not that much. Okay.
Good,
and by
yeah.
the way, you can ask me any question about the course. Okay. Like I said, this is all about the course. What will it entail and everything else. So just give me a moment. Let me just bring up and share my screen.
Nigel, I have one question.
Of course, yeah.
So like mediumship is like you feel the spirit, or you can see the spirit, or it depends.
That depends on you, about seeing spirit, hearing spirit. That's what we will go through. There will be classes all about your personal, I want to say, gifts. Okay, how you hold on, let me just go back a bit. Why is it gone? How you connect to the spirit world. Okay, because everyone's different. Everybody works in a different way. One person will see spirit, one person will hear spirit, someone can feel them. Some people may have more than one, can do that. It's actually about an awareness, it's about being aware of your individual gifts and skills. I am predominantly clairsentient. I feel spirit. Okay, that's what I do first. It's my dominant one. Okay, it's my dominant one. And oh, we've got another lady joining us. Give me a second. Okay, I didn't think she would come. And I'm like to just join. There we go.
Because in Chinese or in Asia, we say, "Oh, you have the eyes, can see the spirit," like that.
Yeah,
Also,
and
maybe it's a gift.
And we would call that clairvoyance. Okay, that's what it is. It's clairvoyance. Okay, yeah, but and there's different levels to clairvoyance. There's what we call perceived clairvoyance, and not different versions of clairvoyance. Like I said, I'm clairsentient, so I feel it. Then I will see it. But I can also smell. I can also taste. Okay, I get some hearing, but that's not one of my strong points. Okay, that could open up later. An awareness class is all about you understanding what is my gift, how do I use my ability in the spirit world, and then developing that, and also developing the ones that you may not be strong in. So the awareness class is literally about, right, how do I do it? Do I see it? Do I hear them? Do I do all of these things? What kind of medium are you? Okay, so that is one of the things, and I'll go through that in a little bit as well. Okay, okay. But before you do all of that, you do have to understand what medium. Okay, I don't know what that is though. What medium? So this course really is the first steps into mediumship. Before you even get to thinking about, am I clairvoyant, clairsentient? Do I see them? Do I feel them? How simply do I know that spirit's there? Because you could be, let's say, a clairvoyant, but your clairvoyance may be not there, or you're not tuned into it. It may not kind of come up yet, or it may be there really, really strong. Okay. What am I, my clairvoyance am I seeing? What is it I'm actually seeing? Okay. So that's what it is. It's the first steps into mediumship. I do like the word blending with spirit world, because I'm going to show you how to blend with spirit world. Okay. How they communicate with us and how they communicate with you, because that's really important. Okay. So I sent that little, I don't know if you've seen this. You may have seen this on the little poster that I did. This is some of the things we'll go through in the course. So number one is awareness to spirit. It is literally being aware of the spirit world. And I'm going to get you to start being aware of it on a day-by-day basis, not just in the class. The class is going to open you up to the influence and inspiration of the spirit world. Okay. Learning to tune in to spirit. Again, how do you tune into it? I'm going to get you so your soul, because I remember it's a soul-to-soul communication. How to get your soul ready. Within your soul, what skills do you have? Are you clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient? Are you many things? Okay, yeah. Some of you, I think, have done a psychic course with you. I will be going through the psychic senses because we use the psychic senses, but we're talking to spirit. Okay, so psychic senses is when I'm doing a psychic reading for somebody, I'm tuning into them. I either hear, see, feel, but it's doing the same, but now it's using it for the spirit world. Okay, yeah. And again, introducing to the senses for mediumship. Okay, again, how you work. One of the important, can I say, if there's one important one at all, it's this one. We will do an entire class just on sitting in the power. And that is fundamental for mediumship and spiritual development, because what I'm going to be doing in this course is spiritualizing you, getting you in a spiritual place. Because you've got to understand fundamentally what you're doing when you're doing an awareness class or any kind of mediumship class. You've got to become spiritual. It's going to become part of your everyday life, everyday kind of routine. Otherwise, you don't progress. Like I said at the very beginning, I can't make you a medium. Only you can do that. I will show you what things you can do, but you've got to do a lot of the hard work as well, okay? And sitting in the power is one of the main things, okay? It's like a meditation, but it's not really a meditation, okay? Yeah. So we'll have classes, one entire class just dedicated to sitting in the power. And then I am creating meditation videos as well. So you will be using these as part of your homework. Oh yes, they will be homework. Okay. Where you have to do certain exercises. Okay. Yeah. Free sitting in the power videos. Again, I'm going to do videos for you that will guide you all the way through building the power up, sitting in the power, feeling the power, how to build that power. Okay. And the videos, I'll put a little link somewhere where you can get them, you can watch them or download them. I'm not quite sure exactly how I'm going to do that yet, but I'll do that. And then you do that in your spare time. Okay. Yeah. Working with spirit, which literally means when we work with spirit, we're working with a spirit communicator. Who are they? What do they want? How do I know that they're there? Okay. I'm going to go in just a little bit into guides and helpers, because I think that's a little advanced for where we are, but I will get into it and how we're using them in your development. Okay. I have done a workshop all about guides, and what I'll do, if I still got the recording, and if some of you have never done that, I will send that to you as part of this course as well. I will send it to you so you can watch that. Okay. Hopefully I still got it. Okay. So I've done a workshop all about guides, helpers, so you can watch that as well. So that'll be separate as well. Okay. But I will do a little bit of a class of tuning into your guides a little bit, going on certain meditations to tune into them, okay, and how they work with your development, okay. One of the early things we'll do is difference between psychic and mediumship. What is psychic and what is mediumship? The information I'm getting, is it on a psychic level? I mean, is it my soul? right here, tuning to another soul, someone right here? Or is it mediumship, which is spirit to spirit? Which one is it? Because we've got to know the difference. The amount of times I see on the platform, what I mean by platform, I mean like mediums who get up in front of an audience. Okay, the amount of times I see people on a platform give psychic message. So a psychic message is like, I'm tuning into you today and I feel, you know, a little bit depressed. I know there's some work issues around you at the moment. And I know this is really worrying and you can't really get to sleep at the moment. And the other person going, yeah, I can take all of that. That's psychic. Mediumship is, I've got a grandmother here who reminds me that when you were young, you once fell in the water and nearly drowned and damaged your eardrum. She also said when she used to bake these little like gingerbread biscuits for you when she was young, and she was once married to a man by the name of Bill. Okay, and he used to be an engineer. But yeah, that's my grandmother. It's the evidence and the difference between what is psychic and what is mediumship. Honestly, lately, the amount of mediums, so-called mediums, I've seen them go on and they go, I've got a gentleman here. He stood right next to you. I can see him. And he's giving you a lot of love. And then they give you a psychic message. I see that you're not sleeping well because of your work. I see that you're a little bit tense and wanting to change your jobs. There's no mediumship there. It is psychic pretending to be mediumship. And I'm going to get you to make sure you are only doing mediumship. And you know when you're working on a psychic level and when you're working on a mediumistic level. Okay. Again, I think that's one of the core ones. Okay. Understanding your own personal mediumship, just like Sammy asked, am I clairvoyant? Do I see? Do I hear? Do I feel? Okay. Yeah. Which one am I? What do I do? How can I bring that out? And one of them doesn't work. How then can I start making that work? Okay. Introduction to different types of mediumship. There are different types. Where's my little cursor? There we go. Different types of mediumship. There's different types. There's mental mediumship, trance mediumship, which is kind of mental mediumship, physical mediumship. And with all of that, some of you may be psychic artists, may be good at automatic writing, may be good at autographs, may be good at psychometry. Again, you may be a trance mediumship, going into the trance state and allowing the spirit to talk through you. You may even be a physical medium, okay, doing physical mediumship. We'll go through all the different types of mediumship to understand what you are and the potential in you and where that could take you. There's not just simply sat here giving you a message from a loved one. There's different types of mediumship. Some of you may end up being on the platform in front of people giving a mediumship reading. Some of you may be one-to-one. Some of you may never do that, and you may only do it in automatic writing, allowing, you know, go into that altered state and allowing the spirit to write through you. And again, it's same with art, trance, so many different levels, animal communication as well. But we can't rule out our pets and our animals. Some of you may have a special connection to animals and you keep picking up animals. I know a guy who does. He does his readings, and every time he comes up with a person's pet that they used to have, every time that's his link to spirit. You know, oh, I'm tuning into you and I get a Great Dane this big. And yeah, I got used to have a Great Dane this big world. Wonderful. And then he gets other connections to family and friends, but always starts off with an animal. That's just his thing. That's the way he works. I also know one woman, she always tunes in via food. It's really strange. She does. She always links in and she goes, I keep getting a certain type of food with this person. Yeah, always the food with the person. We don't know why. It's just the way she seems to work. Okay, so it's understanding your own personal mediumship and what type of medium you potentially can be. What you think now may not be what you will be, if that makes sense. I started off thinking I would just do one-to-one mediumship. That's when I first started. Then the call to platform mediumship, to be in front of an audience to do it. Then came the call to start getting, well, sitting for development of physical mediumship. Okay. And they are also very, very different. There'll be an entire class just on your own personal development and the different types. Okay. Developing a spiritual path. Where's my little cursor? There it is. Like I said, a very famous medium who's recently passed the spirit world called Mavis Pitilla said, "We are doing God's work. You're doing the work of the spirit world. You have to develop a spiritual path. Otherwise, your mediumship won't go anywhere." And there will be no amount of courses or anything you do if you do not spiritualize yourself. Okay. And that is a natural process of bringing in spirit into your life. I will be bringing this course through the eyes of the spiritualist movement, because I think it's something that works really, really well. But you can add your own to that, your own beliefs and systems to it. Okay. But it is about spiritualizing yourself, putting certain practices into your life. Okay. I do want to have a class, and this is going to be really important, introduction to the pioneers of mediumship. I'm going to be doing an entire class to different types of mediums. Okay. We've got wonderful mediums like Estelle Roberts. Okay. 50 years of medium, regarded one of the all-time greats. We've got people like Alex Harris, physical mediumship, and his wife as well. We've got great people like Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, who talked about mediumship. Okay. I will be introducing you to these, and I've gone off already. Sorry. And there will be, like I said, there will be a class on these pioneers, and I want you to go and do some research. Go and find a medium that you're drawn to. Why are you drawn to that medium? What is it about that medium? Okay. You could even, some of you even could be drawn to healing as well. I won't do much healing in this course, okay, but I will talk about it. It's a different type of mediumship. And you could be drawn to someone like Harry Edwards, who had a healing clinic. Okay. Who's mine? One of my, so I've got books on so many stuff. One of my heroes, Leslie Flint. He is what we call an independent voice medium. Basically means you could hear the voices of the spirit world, their voices. Okay. And again, I'll go through things like this in different, when we do different types of mediumship, but I'll introduce you to some of the great mediums of the past, get you to research them, start wondering, what am I? And it's great when you start reading about other people and you feel like a certain connection to them. You seem to get drawn to them. Is it them or is it what they do? Okay. And lots of other people as well. Where can I just put my books on? Okay. So them are one of the main things. There's lots of other things when we're doing development. If I go back to this one, awareness to spirit, okay, I'm going to show you how to open up to the spirit world. Almost how to close down from the spirit world as well. Yeah. I don't like that word closing down because I don't think we really close down, but we can open up to it. How to use your abilities. We'll be having some classes working with the color, aura readings. Yeah. Everyone's got an aura around them, but the spirit world can show you an aura. Okay, as in a spirit could come in. I've got a spirit of a gentleman here and I see yellow around him, and that yellow means there's well, to me, when I see yellow, I get problems like health problems or depression and things like that in their life. Is yellow. They needed fixing from maybe some kind of abuse in their life. Okay. And it's working with colors. I've got a lovely lady here. She's giving me the idea she's a grandmother. She's got this wonderful green around her. And to you, that means she's caring and she really loves animals as well. This woman, she may have also worked as a nurse or a doctor. And it's working with that. You can work with the symbols. So it's about working with that. So even in when we call it's awareness to spirit, which really is, I would say, it's awareness to spirit using yours, sitting in the power. Okay. Oh, I keep flicking back. Sitting in the power, the main ones, and what type of medium you are. Okay. Yeah. They are the main things we're going to be covering, and lots of different sections. Okay. I know that was a lot of information all at once. Has anybody got any questions at all? I know it's a lot of that. I can't see any of you, actually. Where have you all gone? Oh, hold on. Okay. I hope. Can you just say hello to make sure you're still there?
Hello. Hello.
Lovely, wonderful.
Hello.
Great, thank you. I was unsure then. Right. So, why do you want to learn mediumship? Before you start this course, it's important to know why. Okay. Okay, it's important to know why. Learning to communicate with spirit. That's one of the fundamentals of this course, is learning to communicate with spirit. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It is for other people, for other and the others, and it is to get you into a spiritual place. Okay. It is for you to communicate and learning to pass that message on to other people in whatever form that may come. If it's healing, physical, trance, writing, spirit art, one-to-one mediumship, it's about learning to communicate with the spirit world. Okay. Yeah. And it's really for other people. Because mediumship, you are the middle person. Okay. You are the delivery person. So really it's for other people. Okay. This one, developing and unfolding mediumship. Again, there's something called unfolding your skills. I'm going to show you how you can unfold, but you've got to unfold it. You've got to become that flower that opens up. I'm just going to show you how potentially you can open up. Okay. Again, like I said, I can't teach you to be a medium. No one can. It's something fundamentally in you, okay, that needs to be coaxed out, developed, and unfolded. There's not one thing you can do and great, now a medium. That doesn't work. Okay. Okay. Again, like I said, to become a medium and work for the spirit world, again, it is a spiritual process. Okay. It's a spiritual process. That's what it is there for. So again, it is about becoming more aware of the spirit world and you as a person fundamentally changing as well. Okay. And it does happen. Even if you're probably not ready for it, it does tend to happen. Okay. Yeah. So if you're thinking, I want to become more spiritual, I don't know if I want to become a medium, but I want to be more spiritual, this can actually help you as well. Okay. Again, what type of medium? Okay, so to know your mediumship potential you may have. Again, it's about unfolding that potential that is in you. It's part of your physical body. It's part of your soul. Okay. Mediumship is an expression of the soul. That's why we can't teach you. You either got it or you don't. Okay. Everybody is psychic. Everybody. And I always feel that everybody has some kind of mediumistic potential, but some of them, it will never be enough that they can work for spirit. Okay. So it's knowing that, do I have that potential? Okay. And just slowly bringing that out. Okay. And again, what kind of medium you are and how you work, about knowing it. Even when you do this course at the end and you're thinking, I think I'm this type of medium, it could change. Like I said, I started off thinking I on platform, no, now I'm doing it. I don't like the idea of physical mediumship. And if you don't know what physical mediumship is, don't worry, we'll go into that in the course. I don't like the idea of sitting in the dark and strange things coming out of my body, because that's what physical mediumship is. But now, and I thought, ooh, that sounded weird and creepy, and now I'm sitting for development for it. So it does change, but it's about sparking your interest. Okay. And of course, how mediumship works. If you're just interested in how mediumship works, this is really good for you. How does the very basics works? How is it I can actually communicate with a spirit and know that's the spirit? Okay. So any of these or some of them, then this course is really, really good for you. Okay. If I've gone the other side, if you are grieving, you've lost somebody and you want to communicate with family, this course is not for you. This is not about your own personal connection to the spirit world. This is about learning to be a medium. And you cannot connect that well to your friends and family. Like, I know when my father's here with me, I now know his energy, I now know his movement, but I can't give you a spirit reading or I can't give you a communication from him because I know him too well. I know my father. I know certain people in the spirit world. It just gives me personal comfort. And to me, that's part of your own spiritual journey, blending with your guys, blending with your family, knowing that when they're here, when they're not. You know, there's times, literally last night, I was watching, a few nights ago, I was watching a movie. And it's a really old classic movie. And I know a very old friend of mine came because we used to watch really old movies together. I mean, proper like movies from the 1930s, 1940s. And it's like, come and sit down, come and join us. And my friend did. I can physically see him, feel him next to me. I've even got the smell of him. And he was there watching the movie with us. And that was just a beautiful thing. But that to me is also part of my spiritual journey of opening up to the spirit world. Okay, so if you just purely want to communicate with your loved ones, it's not the course for you. It's not what it's about. It's about using this as a gift and a tool for other people. A gift and a tool to allow the spirit world to speak in this world, to allow them to connect to the loved ones in this world, and vice versa. Okay. This is going to take time and a lot of effort. It's not just simply doing the class, great, I'll wait for the next one. It's about bringing this to everyday life. It is becoming a medium, and a medium is every day. Okay. If you don't have time to develop, or you're thinking, oh, I don't know if I can get to every class and I'm unsure if I can do all the homework, don't do it. It's like you can't get into it, open the door, and then close it again. It will kind of mess you up. Okay. Yeah, it's about, this course really is about opening that door ajar, opening it up a little bit, and then you carrying on with your journey till it's fully open. Okay. And once it is, sometimes it's kind of no going back. I mean, the kind of is, it can close, it can stop, it can go away if you don't use it. And then you'll have to re-go through all this all over again to reopen it. Okay. So if you don't have time to commit, you're not going to get anything from this. Okay. Yeah. I'm just going to go through this, and this is the last bit. Okay. Right. Before I've not put this on, but I'm going to say this now. Before you start the course, I want to do an individual assessment on each of you to see why you want this class. If you want to do it now, because there's only a few of you here, we can. Okay. It's up to you. If you want to do it separately, then we can do it separately. But I fundamentally want to know why you want to join this course. And also, I want to know why you why you want to come to the course. And also, if you've got any potential for mediumship as well. I'm not going to let you come on the course if there's not the spark of mediumship in you. Okay. I know the three of you here. I know all three of you already. And I feel there's that spark of mediumship in all three of you. Okay. But anybody else, I would be asking them, look, let's get one-to-one. Let's have a chat. Why do you want to do the course? And see if there's any mediumship potential in them. Okay. Right. Last bit. I want to split the classes up between classes 1 and 6. 2-week break for personal unfoldment that you go away, you're doing your own stuff. We'll also have one-to-ones as well. And by the way, we can have them anytime. If for any point in this during this course you just want to speak to me, I'll always be there. And if you want to do it Zoom, WeChat, whatever you want to do it, we'll pick a time and we'll do it. But there will be ones. So I want to split it up into 2 parts, okay? So with class 1 to 6, and then it's go away, making sure you're doing your unfoldment, doing your stuff. And then we carry on with classes 7 to 12. And then we'll have a final one-to-one of where you want to go. Okay? That's why. So it's quite a long, I would say, it's like a 14, 15 week kind of course, really. Okay? That's what it is, okay, with 12 classes. And with all of that, like I said, you've got to have videos, you've got to have stuff to take with you that you can learn and study from, okay, as well. And then you'll have that after the course, okay? And I'm going to record every single course as well, okay? So then you'll have that, so you can go back to refer to it, go over it again, go over your stuff, go over your notes, move forward, okay? And this last little bit, it's about 1.5 to 2 hours per class-ish, okay? At least 1.5, maybe 2, okay? Like I said, there's homework each week, exercises, research, personal experiences, okay? Study videos, personal journals that I want you to start doing. So that's why we go back to the commitment and if you have time to do this, okay? Because I'm going to give you sitting in the power to do. I'm going to give you other meditations to do. I'm going to give you, like I said, researching pioneers, researching different types of mediumship and where you are. You're going to have exercises. I'm going to say, right, I want you to go away and do some color exercises. I want you to then this week, we're going to go and get you to go and do some automatic writing. Okay. Yeah, and there's going to be lots of other things I'm going to get you to do that you can do, some of them whilst you're doing something else. It's about being aware because it's an awareness class, okay? But there will be work for you to do. You're even going to have to, I'm going to get you to write me a little article as well, okay? That is about really putting your mind and your heart and your soul into this, yeah? Really going and like I'm going to get fully involved in it. I'm going to research spiritualism. I'm going to research the spirit world. I'm going to know who am I getting drawn to, what kind of mediumship I'm going to get drawn to, how it affects me every single day. Okay. And again, that's where a personal journal is going to come really, really handy. You don't have to show it to anybody, apart from me if you wanted to. Yeah. We're not going to sit down and go, what's your personal journey? You know, we're not going to do that. Okay. And also, can no, we'll go into that in a minute, okay? It is about your own individual journey in this, okay? You're all going to learn at different rates, okay? But it's about giving you the basics. This is the class, go off and do it. We'll review it, next one, go off and do it, okay? Yeah, we have a bit of a break where you can have a week or two where you just spend time with it, okay? And have some one-to-ones. Nigel, I'm really struggling with this, or when I do this, it's not working, and yeah. Then we get on with the rest of the classes, okay, where we really go in depth, really, really go deeper with it, okay? So if I want to stop that. Stop. There we go. Sorry, it's like -1 or 2 in the UK today, so I've got my little hat on to keep my bald head nice and warm, so. Does that make sense to everybody? I know it's a lot of information.
Yeah.
So, Nigel, I have a question. So will be a 12 weeks, right? And then every week, and then after sixth class, and we have 2 weeks break.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to plan it. So we'll have a class once a week for about 6 weeks, yeah? And then we'll because I want you to take a little bit of a break in the middle of it to absorb what you've already learned, put it into practice. And then after that, we'll have the other 6 classes, you know what I mean, every single week, okay? And then at the end of it, just one at the end. But remember, in those 2 weeks, you can have a one-to-one with me if you want to, but you can have a one-to-one with me anytime you want, Okay, if something's not working, I'm just going to have a one-to-one in the middle to see how you're finding it, to see how you're going on, and then a one-to-one at the end. Then the main ones I'm going to do, but you can do them anytime. So yeah, at the moment, it depending what you want to do when the class will be. Okay, I decided to do it in March because I can't remember when the Chinese New Year and holidays and winter stuff and everything is done, and I thought we'd get that all done out the way. Okay, yeah, I can be flexible. I can start it a bit earlier or a bit later depending on you lot as a group. Okay, yeah, but we'll pick one night. Right, that's our night. We'll meet at the right time and we'll do it. Okay. Is there any other kind of questions at all? Because I know it's a lot of information with that.
No, you answered my question. I was just going to ask when you're thinking of starting. So around March is the time, like the beginning of March, or?
I would say round about the beginning of March. When is the winter holidays over there?
I don't know the dates either.
I know Chinese New Year is round about, is it the 10th, 11th, that kind of thing?
Yeah,
Finish around like February
10.
Yeah, 10th,
yeah,
isn't it?
10.
Yeah, I thought 10th, yeah.
15, 16.
Yeah. I mean, if everyone's back and you wanted to start earlier, I can do. I can start at the end of February if people wanted me to. If everyone I want to get back into it. As soon as the winter holidays are done and kind of get back into it, I want to get into it. So I'm kind of flexible. Okay. I said March because I feel maybe that was a good time, but I can do it earlier. Okay. Yeah. I thought once the winter holidays done, then we can do it and kind of get on with it. Okay.
So once a week, fixed day and a fixed time.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's say Monday, 8 o'clock. It'll be every Monday, 8 o'clock, that kind of thing. Okay. I must admit, Monday's in my mind. But again, if somebody's like, oh, I can't do Mondays and everybody's okay doing another day. Yeah, especially if it's going to be a small group. Okay. I think we can move it. And like I said, I am going to record it as well. Okay. Hopefully you can come to every single class, just in case you can't, it is recorded, but please try and come to every single one of them.
I would prefer Monday so that we can have time throughout the week to continue.
Yeah, I always feel we've done Mondays yeah, I got to admit Mondays are good for me as well, but it depends on everybody else if Mondays are good, Monday evenings. Yeah,
good for me.
Yeah. So for me, because now there's no COVID, so I have many business trips. So I cannot really know when, and because depends on the meeting, cannot decide by myself. So a fixed time sounds great, but like I'm not sure the continue 12 weeks, the Monday 8 p.m. can be fixed because sometimes business trip I cannot really sure, but I don't think won't happen too many times. Maybe 1 or 2 times I may have a business trip, because normally we don't put Monday as a business trip. We normally put start from Tuesday have business trip.
Well, let's go for Monday then, shall we?
But depend. Yeah, but if it's okay that if I have urgent business trip on Monday, but I cannot join because I don't want to like. Yeah.
What I would say is, I mean, like I said, I will record them. So if you miss one, you can kind of rewatch it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, could you go on a business trip and do it in the evenings if you have during the day, or your evenings free?
Evening is fine, but just worry that I will travel. I mean, I leave office around 4 and then take a flight to another city.
Okay.
But I think in the coming 2 to 3 months, maybe 1 time or 2 times may happen, but not just I can see. But now it won't be like very often, just very seldom. But yeah.
That's okay.
I
would say have a think about it. If you're thinking, okay, I'm okay doing it, I'm okay missing 1 or 2 classes. It's not ideal, but like I said, at least you can watch it. Okay. You probably, you are missing getting involved in it. Okay. And the feedback and everything. But it's up to you, Sammy. Okay, have a think about
Okay.
it. Okay, it shouldn't make
Okay.
a huge difference if it's like A class, but long as you're not starting missing 2 or 3 or 4, then I think it's gonna
Yeah,
not
this
be any
is
point
not
for you.
good. Yeah, I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Are there any other questions at all on the course? About the course? Now,
I would
Oh, go on.
prefer to start at the end of February.
At the end, okay. How about everybody
And
else at the end of?
I will explain why. It's because if we have those 2 weeks without lessons,
Yeah.
those 2 weeks probably will be during the break that we have, the spring break over there,
Oh, okay.
right? So
Okay,
it
okay.
come over there, it gives some space. But for me,
Right.
for me,
How was everybody else then starting at the end of February?
is it too early
Yeah,
for the rest of you?
I'll
Go on, sorry, Janine, go on.
sorry. I'll have to let you know. I might have an arm surgery again, so I'll find out on the 23rd from the specialist. Then
Right, okay.
I'll be good to go. Yeah.
Okay. And Sammy, would you be okay at the end of February?
I will have to check my calendar first.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can get that checked. We've still got a bit of time to really, you know what I mean? It's still only January, and this is just to get your initial interest in it and everything else. Okay. So yeah, I think we can be flexible on the start time. Okay, and see how we go with it. Yeah. Also, if it is a spring holiday as well, at some point, I can be flexible. I can then do classes 1 to 7, have a bit of a break for a week, and I think we can be a bit flexible in it. Okay. It doesn't have to be so rigid. Okay. If it's like everybody else, you know, we can do it like that, or do 1 to 5 and then have a break, or you know what I mean, depending on where the holidays and everything lie. Okay. If everybody's okay, would you want to do it now in a group or individually, just have a little assessment with you? Or would you want to
prefer
do it
individually.
individually? Individually?
I prefer
Yeah?
individually.
Yeah?
okay
The other
with both.
two?
Yeah, I don't mind. We can even do it some other time because I'm gonna
Yeah.
get my kids to bed soon, so you can go ahead with Sammy if you want. And
Tell you
goes
what,
with
it is, I would say, like I said, you three, I already know you, and I know there's mediumistic ability in all three of you. Okay, all at very, very different levels, but still quite at the beginning. Okay. I think my main thing is, 1, you can commit to it, and 2 is why you actually want to do it. Okay, that is the main thing. That's the only reason. The things with you three, I probably want to know is why you want to do it. Okay. And what I can